Oh, hello, Degens. Welcome to Degenerate Takes. I, of course, am the Brofect one, AJ, and today we have the great opportunity to talk about Power Slap 16 taking place Friday, October 24th, 2025, over in the UAE, Saudi Arabia. These matches, excuse me, taking place 10 a.m. over here on the West Coast. Do the math for the East Coast. But we have a huge card headlined, of course, um, by the champion Ron Wolverine Bata versus Alan Kryptonian. I can't read right. Kryptonian King Bull, and it's going to be a great fight for that championship. But before I go any further, I do just want to take a moment shout out to everyone watching here on Rumble, over on YouTube and X. Y'all are the best. If you like what we're cooking, please hit those like buttons, hit the follow buttons. Does help us out a lot more than you know. But Dumpling is on this card as well. We have a very solid stacked card, and honestly, two stacked cards for the next 2 weeks here in Power Slap, over there in the UAE for the next 2 weeks. But let's go ahead and just jump right into it. Uh, let's start it off. Russell Kanoa, probably pronouncing that wrong. Rivera going up against Logan Killshot Greenlaw. Hopefully that's how it is. Russell at minus 130, Logan at plus 100. Russell coming into this fight 3-3-1 in power slap fighting, in slap fighting, excuse me, in general. All three of those W's being KOs and TKOs in one of each of the rounds. So yeah, you're looking at round one, round two, round three. KO record for this guy. He's gotten one in the last two. Two of the losses were disqualifications, which does worry me always coming into Power Slap when you do have a couple of disqualifications coming in. But most recently, lost to Bata by DQ in round three in Power Slap 13. Tough loss, but again, the DQs do worry me. While we're talking about Logan coming into this one 3-2-1. Yes, count it down 3-2-1. He's got two KO victories, with one decision and one loss by DQ, one loss by unanimous decision. So no losses by KO, which I do think is something to emphasize here. We'll get to that in a moment. And there was a draw by unanimous decision. Um, and the big thing is Russell hasn't fought in a while. He really hasn't. I think he's going to be rusty, especially with his losses in the DQ. I think it's going to be a rough look for him. So I am going to be going with Logan plus 100. Now, I did look at this yesterday, and he was at minus 120. And so we are getting some line shifts here. But still, Logan is slapping first, which is going to be huge in this 3 round match. I will take the underdog still. I don't care what moves the line. Give me Logan on the money line at plus 100. Next up on the slate, we do have, this is a hard one. Diorbek Atonov. Sure, he'll be slapping first, going up against Colton the Truth Cole. Cole is 1-1 in Power Slap so far. Last competition was back in April of 2024, where he did have a loss for repeated fouls, which is never good, a DQ there. His one win was with a KO, and so he does have 2 fights under his belt where I literally could not. And I mean, I searched far, I searched deep into the internet, could not find any slap history on Diorbek Atanovev. Hope I'm pronouncing that somewhat close to correct. But if anyone in the comments, go ahead, drop that in there. Please change my mind on why I should take him if he has any good film out on him. But from what I've seen out of Colton, I mean, the fouls are a worrisome, and they should be worrisome when you go into Power Slap, especially when your one loss is due to repeated fouls. But with the KO, as long as he can keep his chin in the right place, he doesn't foul. I do like Colton the Truth Cole a lot in this one, minus the 145. at minus 175 yesterday. So these lines seem to be getting a lot tighter, getting a little bit closer to the event. So you might be getting a better number going into tomorrow. Going into Friday, right before the event. Again, a very early slap off that we have again on the West Coast here at 10 a.m. So just something to keep in mind. Ooh, huh? How did I miss this fight? Oh, that's right. Okay, no, I got it right here. I'm sorry. They just changed up the order on me. Um, Antonli, the Kraken, Galushka going up against Jujir Tiger Singh. Singh plus the 145, Galushka minus the 195 coming in here. And let me tell you, not going to find out a lot about these guys. Not going to find out a lot about these guys. Looking far and deep, it was more than likely the last time they were over there in the UAE. One of those dark matches they had, like where they didn't really show it. It was going to be released to YouTube later, but they never really released it. And so they got these two guys kind of in the same weight class, excuse me, going at it. Anatoly, I hope that's how you pronounce it, the Kraken. Let's just go with the Kraken. He'll be slapping first in this 3 round fight. Um, Jujir, though, let's talk about the Tiger. He does have an MMA record, and that is somewhat impressive. All of my stats coming from Tapology, but a 1-1 MMA record, but that is between the years of 2017 and 2024. And so Tapology only has the records for those two fights. Whatever you want to take from that, go ahead and take from that. But it seems to be the debut for both of them on the main stage in Power Slap again. They don't even have a record for them in the dark matches, so this might not even be one of those dark match situations. Um, I'm going with the MMA experience here. The fact that one of them has MMA experience, I'm hoping for a little bit tougher of a chin. Give me the Tiger Singh plus 145 on the money line here. Absolutely love it. Go ahead, give me that dog. Let's bark early. Next coming up, Vince, the mercenary Tracy, going up against Andrew Casper Fields. Fields sitting at plus 110. Tracy sitting at minus 145 here. Vince coming in with a 3-0 record, last win at Power Slap 14. And let me tell you, one of the better slap strokes I've seen in a long time with some great power behind it. I think oh, excuse me, obviously has that KO capability, but just needs to keep it going. Whereas Andrew, 2-3 in Power Slap, a couple of losses due to decision and a DQ. It happens to the best of us, but he does have a couple round one KOs to back it up. Going to be a challenge for the both of them. But I think Andrew just needs to keep his head about him and stay away from those DQs. And, whenever I see a fighter with DQs and it's more recently, yeah, that's going to worry me a little bit. Going with the mercenary, Vince Tracy, minus the 145 here. I like his slap. Again, like I said, I like his slap a lot. And the way he lines up, it's a thing of art, honestly. Take a look at that tomorrow. Next up in the women's flyweight division, we do have Pauline Pita Mikayas. I'm sorry, going up against Nicole D. Sengi. Both of them minus 115 both ways. Neither of them with a pro record in slap fighting per Tapology. So we're just gonna go. I originally had the dog at this one with Pauline. I'm going with Pauline at this one, even with the minus 115 both ways. I do think it's a fairly even fight. The books don't really know which way to price this at. I don't think the gamblers in general know where to price this one at. That's why the book is taking a more conservative stance at minus 115. But it's going to be a hell of a slap fight. I mean, we don't know what either of these women are going to bring to this, but That flyweight division can get competitive very quickly, and we've seen it in the past, and I'm expecting it to continue on. And now let's move on. Wes, boom, Mania going up against Darius the Destroyer, Marta Varona. In the heavyweight division, we do have a 3-round fight here. Um, West coming in as a minus 200 favorite, Darius plus 145 as the underdog here. And West is coming in with a 4-1 record. Last lap was his last fight in Power Slap 14 against Damian Dibble. It was a KO second round. Not pretty, but it happens to the best of us. But he does continue to have the great power and the resilience to go through these fights. He has 2 KOs in round 1 and 2, respectively. I really like what Mania brings to this. Whereas Darius coming into this fight, 13-3. Okay, let's remember that number. 13-3. Now that is his slap fighting record, total. Okay, 13-3. All 3 of those losses come from when he has been in Power Slap. He is 2-3 in Power Slap. And so truly he's 11-0 outside of Power Slap, 2-3 in Power Slap. That's where we get to the 13-3 here. His last 2 matches ended via decision and a KO, respectively. And he's a good fighter. I'm not taking anything away from Darius. Wes is him, though. Like, this is the guy in the heavyweight division. Ranked number 3 right now in the rankings. I'm assuming he wins this fight. He's going to go ahead and get a title fight, which I would be very excited for. Go ahead and give me my boy, Wes Mania, minus the 200 on the money line. I love him in this fight. Love him in this fight. And I'm not going to lie, we're going to get pretty easy here in the co-main event and the main event. Co-main event with Vasil Dumpling Kamatsky, number 1 in the super heavyweight division rank. He'll be slapping first going into this one. Makini Big Mac Manu, number 3, going ahead here in the super heavyweight division. 3-round fight. Listen, Dumpling is the man. Okay, I mean, I know he had some great fights and he's lost his championship, won the championship. I don't care. Dumpling is the man, and I truly think the Hawaiian Assassin, the Hawaiian King, the guy is the only one that can truly take down Dumpling forever and will truly give him a good fight. Give me Dumpling in this one minus the 210. Not a big fan of where the numbers at, obviously, but he's a good enough fighter that I have no problem laying that down. No problem at all. And that brings us up to our main event, the light heavyweight championship, a 5-round match coming in this one. Ron, the Wolverine, Bata coming in as the champion versus Albin, the Kryptonian, Klingbe. I believe that's how you pronounce it. Coming in at number 2 right here. Ron is 5-2 in power. Yeah, that's how I wrote that. Ron is 5-2 in Power Slap, 8-1 in slap fighting before he got into Power Slap, and has been a solid champion so far. Not a guy that's really faltered, and I just love the way he fights. I love the way his chin. He's got a great chin, great slap stroke. I mean, Ron is if you were to create in a power slap video game, the ideal power slap, you're looking at Ron Wolverine Bata for this one, your champion in the light heavyweight division. With that being said, Allen, 4-2 in power slap, and he's had a lot of really good battles with Austin Turpin and splitting matchups with Luke Simons, who's not an easy competitor by any means necessary. I think Allen is going to give Ron a run for his money. I would not be shocked seeing this go into round 4, round 5 for this matchup. But I do like Ron Bata in this one, the champion, keeping his prize. It's an 8-pick parlay at plus 7,000. Let's run through it one more time. We're going with Logan Killshot at plus 100, Colton the Truth at minus 145, Jujar Tiger at plus 145, Vince the Mercenary at minus 145, Pauline Pita at minus 115, Wes Boomani at minus 200, Dumpling at minus 210, Wolverine at minus 330. And if you've been watching me pick my power slaps, yes, not a lot of underdogs in this one, but again, the way the card is reading, the way the experience is rolling and the chins are rolling, not a big underdog opportunity in this one. I do like a lot of favorites in this one, but of course, as always, stand by my picks and how I am reading these matchups. Beyond excited for an early power slap tomorrow morning. Gonna be a great way to kick off a Friday and then kick it into a great football weekend. Oh, let's have a time. But with all that being said, hey, thank you all for listening. Thank you all for watching. Shout out to everyone here on Rumble, over on YouTube and X. Y'all are the best. If you like what we're cooking, please hit those like buttons, hit the follow buttons. Does help us out a lot more than you know. But with all of that, I've been the Brofix1 AJ. Good luck. God bless. I'll see you guys next time on Degenerate Take.